Artsy Gamer 7 and welcome back to the channel. So this is sort of a very specific sort of update video thing. I do want to add in, which I'm going to mention on a few of the videos. Some may have already technically noticed this one little thing, but I've technically never made like an official like change of schedule vlog or anything yet. I'm still working on exactly some things, but I'm just sort of going with the flow right now. Pretty sure my new little mini series is going to come up on Saturdays, which you're going to be seeing this video in its place. I did do like a reveal teaser thing for it, like, hey, it's coming, and I did record an episode, but there was an issue, which is why I'm making this little update, sort of. So yeah, I will talk about that. But also, I have a giant Gengar. Why? Because me and my husband bought it yesterday on a random trip to Target that wasn't planned, and we impulsively bought a giant Gengar because I like Gengar. So, while Gengar just slowly stares at you. Anyway, so basically, which I thought there was potential for an issue, I admit that I mean, I didn't notice it till after the fact, so I couldn't have caught it beforehand, but I was in a little bit of a hurry when I went to record that episode because I was sort of excited, so part of it was just excitement. I was like, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to get this series going, and the other part was, partially, again, because I was in a hurry, but not just because of excitement, but because I had never really recorded anything like this before, and I hadn't really seen anyone. I'm sure there's someone who's done something similar to doing like a little reality show type thing or a drama type thing. I know there's a lot of people that do like picture stories where like they take screenshots of scenes and stuff in their Sims using pose packs or, you know, little snippets of video here and there, and they have like little dialogue and text and stuff like that to tell a story. But as far as like recording it like it's an actual live camera constantly going on, just hoping that your Sims do stuff that you want them to or cause a little bit of chaos and drama and stuff like that, I haven't seen anyone do it. And if they have, they probably didn't do it to the extent I did, with like a huge build with a bunch of CC and mods and 30-some Sims in the same household. So yeah, I had no idea what I was going and expecting, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to try to record, because I had a certain time that I had to stop recording everything. So I was like, let me just jump in this and get it going, because I'm excited to do it, but also I need to make sure I have enough time, because I have no idea how long this is going to take. Recording it, am I going to get enough footage? Like, I need to make sure that I have enough footage to make a video out of, because I don't know what my Sims are going to do. And, you know, they may provide me with a lot of juicy content. They may also not provide me with enough juicy content in a short amount of time. So I need to make sure that I record enough that I can, like, you know, cut out some of the scenes that are a little bit boring, but have a lot of the fun scenes, because this is a reality show. Reality shows cut out all the dull stuff. They cut out all the normal stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough stuff to make that sort of feel, you know? Didn't fully pay attention going in, but it seemed like the mic and everything was working, but not everything was working when I went to go edit it a day or two ago, and I was like, really? And it was like almost 3 hours of footage. But this is sort of a blessing in disguise, and feel me out here, so. Yeah, a few things did happen, but one, I had left my game on overnight on accident, and I didn't feel like taking the time to, and I do this a lot. I'm really bad about this. I should, like, have a little note somewhere that's like, hey, stop being forgetful, stop being lazy, stop being whatever, and save, turn off your game, let it rest. But sometimes I do that. I leave it, or like I'll load it up in the morning, and then like I'll take a break through the middle of the day and do some other stuff and just leave it on. But you know, leaving it on for a long period of time risks your game not running as properly as it should, and with how much Sims I had in the household and how much CC and how much all this stuff, I should definitely make sure that that is running at its possible peak before I ever jump into recording that. So I learned some things from doing this, and there was like things wasn't moving at a very fast pace, and I was still, even with that much footage, I was afraid to record. I was afraid I wasn't going to get enough, because one of my issues, and if you ever try doing this yourself just for fun, or if you have a channel, my tips to you is maybe don't go up to over 30 sims. Maybe, because if you use MCC, you can have a larger household, and I think in some ways that's at least gives more of a chance for drama. But I will say, the more sims you put in the household, because not only do you have to make a bigger house at that point for all those sims, but then also on top of that, just all the stuff that's going to be running, and depending on what your computer is and things like that, I wouldn't suggest going over 30. But my sims were running really well. They were actually all doing things and all doing fine. It wasn't until I I went to use the UI cheats to speed up the days, and I forget when you speed up the days, because I wanted to start on a Sunday, the needs and stuff still decay. So if you speed it up by 24 hours, the needs and stuff decay like it had been 24 hours, but because the sims themselves wasn't physically able to go eat or use the bathroom or take a shower, those needs deplete all the way, and they like pee themselves, they get dirty. I had 2 sims that actually died, and I had to do like a whole thing to bring them back. So that was another problem. That was when it started running bad, was after I did the UI cheats. So that seems to slightly mess things up. So don't do that, and if you do that, do it in very small increments, so then you can go in and fix everyone's needs. So I'm gonna sort of reset things and slowly let the game just itself take it to Sunday to record a actual first episode, and I'm going to be recording it today. So by next Saturday, unless I decide to move it to Sunday, because it's taking the place of one of my speed build slots, because I had a speed build coming out on Thursdays and on Saturdays, so it's going to be taking the place of one of those. I originally was going to do it this Saturday, because that's just how things worked out for me. But I may put it on Thursday instead. We'll see how things go when I get to that. But, yeah, so things messed up, but it's maybe a blessing in disguise, because I think at this point I sort of know what some of the issues, like sometimes there was this, mainly the sims were just freezing up, and I found a way to unfreeze them, but I have to pause the game and go around and sort of reset everyone, everyone who's not really moving. The ones that are still moving, they seem to be fine. But then there's like a collection of 10 of them that are not moving, and there's like one sim in general that if you reset, everyone else is like fixed. So it's really, really weird. And again, this didn't happen until after I tried to speed it up with the UI cheats. So again, don't try to speed up the day with the UI cheats. It seems, and I sort of remember doing it for something else one other time and it causing issues, like speeding up time. So be careful when you speed up time with the UI cheats if you do that. So just be forewarned. Be forewarned. So, but yeah, I think everything will be fine. I know how things are gonna flow and how things are gonna work. So in some ways, yeah, I don't have an episode for it yet, and I'm sort of annoyed with that, because it's been long enough that I should have an episode for that, since I did a release right before Christmas, before I took my break, of the teaser for it, of like, hey, it's coming. But it's still coming. But I had an issue, but it's an issue that actually sort of helped me realize things, and I think it's going to be a smoother recording process, a smoother editing process, and actually make the video better, because I know what issues might occur, how to fix those issues, and things like that. I'm also going to try to clean up some CC real quick before I jump in there, just to make sure that, everything's good to go on that front. So yeah. It will be better than what it would have been, basically. So, the video that I had, I was a little iffy about it. I was afraid it wasn't going to be where I wanted it to, like what I wanted it to be, and it wasn't going to be fun enough, or funny enough, interesting enough. So, I was a little concerned, but I was like, that's how things go. I know, I was thinking, at least episode 2 will be better. But now, since technically there were some issues before, for the recording, the next one I record is still going to be episode 1, but it will be a better episode 1. So, some ways bad thing, some ways good thing, but yeah. So that's just my little update on my Mansions and Misfits series. I will say I'm also slightly worried with the one thing going on with licensing and trademark of that particular game that my characters were made for originally. I don't know how that's all gonna work. I'm just gonna roll with it and go with the flow. Still, hopefully. I don't think anything's set in stone yet anyway. So, but yeah, it's like a really weird licensing thing going on with D&D. So, and I think that's mainly affecting people who actually play D&D on like streams and YouTubes and podcasts and things like that, which is really weird and stupid in my opinion. But I don't know business and legal stuff, so I also don't know what's going on with that, and I haven't fully read it either, but I've heard some people bring up, I've listened to some key parts of it and stuff, and it's like, really? Why are you doing that to people? But, so yeah, I don't think having the D&D thing attached to my thumbnail is going to be an issue. If someone's fully read that, and knows otherwise, let me know down in the comments below. I'll just slightly edit my thumbnails, and fix them to where that logo is not in there. But yeah, I'm also just not a very huge channel, and I don't make any money off of this or anything like that, so I also don't know if it really would be any difference, because I'm sort of a nobody when it comes to a lot of that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that's just a little side note that I'm keeping an eye on, but for now I'm gonna roll with the flow. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. It's this little update for Mansions and Misfits. I hope you're still looking forward to it. It will definitely be out next week, so just look out for it on Thursday, Saturday. If I get it done editing soon enough by Thursday, and I don't have a speed build ready to go by Thursday, then I will put it up on Thursday. If not, I'll probably put it up on Saturday. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to future videos, and especially the Mansions and Misfits. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, subscribe. You know all that lovely YouTube goodness. And bye-bye.